Okay, this is cis1103, week 11. This is actually activity lab 09. So don't worry about the lab number, it's only the title. It is dynamic addressing, adding a DHCP server to a LAN. So here we have two LANs, two broadcast domains, as we just explained. I have the first LAN is 192.168.10.0. The second LAN is 10.0.0.0.0. This is a class A. We have one router and two switches. These are the configuration for the router IP addresses. And these are the router models. Cisco 1941 and two switches 2960. We've got 3 PCs, 1 server, 2 laptops, and 1 printer. Okay. So let's start. Here I have my router. I choose the router category. Okay, I've already there 19. What is our router model? 11. The router is 1941 and the switch is 261. Okay. 1941, can you see it here? It is this one here in the middle. And then I will add my switches, two switches, 2960 this side, 2960 this side. Okay, let me just move it a little bit here. Make it look nice and neat. Okay. I have connected here server, 2 computers and 1 laptop. So here, choose this one. Then we have 1 server here, 1 computer, 1 laptop, and 1 printer. Okay. All right. So then we check what is connected to the first PC is. First PC is connected to port F05. Okay, F05, F06, and then the laptop is F05 and then F04. So, are you following? All clear? Okay, so we have one more PC here. All right, then we do the cabling. Straight through cable because there are different types. So here, PC, fast Ethernet 0 to the switch F06. Then another cable from the laptop, fast Ethernet to the switch, fast Ethernet 05. Another cable from the PC, fast Ethernet 0 to the switch on fast Ethernet 04. Go back to the diagram. My printer is connected to fast Ethernet 03. This is my printer, fast Ethernet 03. Same way for the printer, straight copper straight through cable and fast Ethernet 3. Okay. for the server fast Ethernet 02. Fast Ethernet 02. The server. Okay. And then we have from the switch to the G0/0 on the router. Oops. Which interface on the switch here? Fast Ethernet 01, right? Here, okay. And again from here, Giga Ethernet 0/1 to the switch, Fast Ethernet 01. Fast Ethernet 05 here. See, 5 Fast Ethernet 05, then 1 and 2. So we have to stick to the port numbers. So this is actually should be again Fast Ethernet 05, and then here I have another computer and laptop. One computer and one laptop. Okay. Compute Fast Ethernet 01, Fast Ethernet 02. Are you following? Any questions so far? Straightforward. Here, Fast Ethernet, another cable from the switch, Fast Ethernet 0/2 to the laptop, Fast Ethernet port. Good. So now I have my physical topology almost. Now I need to configure and change the naming conventions. So, and we will follow the same naming. My printer is printer 0, PCA, laptop. What is this laptop here? B, can you read it? B, right? Or A? Laptop B, okay, good. Laptop B and computer A and C, all right. So here, we'll come here, click on it. Config, what is the name? Printer 0, that's good. Config, what is the name of this computer? A? Can you look at your diagram and let me know? Is it A?
Yes.
All right. PCA, close. And this is laptop B and then PCC. Laptop B, config. In the exam, you have to do these changes also. And this is config PCC. Good.
So when we want to connect the router with other networks, should we choose for the router?
And the router, it is G0/0, which is the Giga Ethernet. Okay. So now we connected this. Let's come here and change also the names convention, the naming convention. So we have PCE and laptop F. BCE and laptop F. Here, PCE. Laptop F. Okay. This is switch 1, this is switch 2, and this is router 1. Switch 1. Switch 2. This is router 1. Good. Now we need to give some IP addresses. If you see here, the left side is dynamic. On the right side, it is static. Here we are giving the IP addresses. Okay? So what is my IP address for PCE? 10.2.2.2. And for the laptop, it is 10.3.3.3. Okay, so let's configure them. Click here. Desktop, IP configuration, static, IP address 10.2.2.2. Subnet mask, this is a class A. Default gateway is my router interface, and it is given to us already. It is 10.1.1.1. How did I know that? Look in the table. It's the IP address of your router interface. Okay? If you look in the table, you will find it is 10.1.1. So I'll close this. One more step, please, while you are here. Just make sure your default gateway is configured, your subnet mask is there. We use the static. On the other one, we will use the DHCP. So I'll close this. For the PC, for the laptop also, we'll do the configuration. Desktop IP configuration, it's just static, and the IP address is what? Who can give me the IP address? Look at your table. You don't have to memorize it. Just look at the table, you will find 10.3.3.3. Subnet mask, it's a class A, 255.0.0.0. The default gateway is the router interface IP address. 10.1.1.1. So we are done with this side. Now we'll configure the router interface, the Giga Ethernet 0/1. What is the IP address? Look at the table, please. Giga 0/0, it's 10.1.1.1. Which one? Yeah, the router interface G0/1. It is, if you look at the diagram, look here. This is your router interface G0/1. What's the IP address? 10.1.1.1. Okay, this is how you figure it out, or you look at it. One thing I need to do here, it says port status. Make sure you turn it on, because by default, the router interface is switched off. Why? For security. So you turn it on, close this. See now how it is green now? Okay? Very good. Now let's come the other side. Now let's follow the instructions. So we are done with the first few parts. We have done this, we have done this, alhamdulillah. Change display names, done. Part 3 is done. Part 4 is done. Now we need to configure a DHCP on LAN 01 as follows. Configure static IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway settings on a DHCP server. Okay. These are the configuration for this DHCP server. It is 192.168.10.2. Okay. Let's do that. Click here. This is your DHCP server. It is 192.168. What? .2? .10. Very good. .2. Okay, subnet mask, this is a class C. Default gateway is my router interface, this one. What is the router interface? G0/0/1. It is G0/0, it is 192.168.10.1, correct? I close this. Done? Okay, thank you. Just open the lab and follow with us, please. All right. So we are done with this part. Now we want to click on the services tab on this cell and we select DHCP. And then we will give the DHCP pool from 3 and how many numbers of IP addresses will be available. For example, we can put 200 and then we switch on or we turn on the status of the DHCP server to on. Okay. So, okay, sure. Now I am doing the server. First we'll do the server, then we will do the router from this side. Click on the DHCP server again. Open IP address. It's a static. This is the IP address of the server. This is the subnet mask. It's already given to us. The default gateway is supposed to be the router interface here. Okay. Well, how do I know what is this interface? This is G0/0. What is the IP address of G0/0? Look at your table. It is 192.168.10.1. Good. So we are done with this. Close it, and then we need to go to services. One more important step. Open services. You see HTTP here. It is already turned on. DHCP. Turn it on. Click here. Please look. Turn it on. Okay. What is the default gateway? It is your router interface, which is 192.168.10.1. The start IP address is from IP address number 3. It's already given to you in the explanation. Up to which number? What is the maximum number of users? It's written there, 200. Just for example, we will use 200 users. So we'll give the IP address 200. Okay. The subnet mask, because this is a class C, 255.255.355.0. We don't change the TFTP server or we don't change anything else. DNS, we don't change it. So we are happy with this. We just close it. Okay. Now, how do I configure my PC here to get the IP address from the DHCP server? Very simple. Let's do it. Click here. Go to desktop, IP configuration. And instead of static, choose DHCP. That's it. And then close. You see now it received an IP address. Okay. It received an IP address. Now let me just do the same thing here. Desktop, IP configuration, choose DHCP for all the computers here and the printer even. Did they ask us to get a dynamic IP address for the printer? Just wait on the printer. I have to check. What did they ask for? Click on this PC, desktop, DHCP. Desktop, IP configuration, DHCP. It's already, see, DHCP, it already received an IP address, .4. Okay. For the printer, let us see what they want us to give. In the diagram already they mention IP setting the dynamic. So for the printer also it's a dynamic IP address. Dynamic meaning it is using our DHCP. That's the meaning of dynamic. If we come here, click on the printer, configuration, it's DHCP. That's the meaning of dynamic. Okay, and then just close it. Now we will configure the router, okay? You asked me about the router. We will configure the router on this side. So I open the router. The name of the router is okay, R1. The interface is G0/0. What's the IP address? Look at the table. It is 192. Who can tell me? 168.10.1. Look at your table. Subnet mask. Yeah, why it did not work? Because PCA here, I'll tell you why. PCA is using this IP address. So what I will do, I will just leave PCA now for a time. I'll come here, click router 192.168.10.1. Okay. Now I will go to PCA and configure it again. DHCP. Now it will take another IP address. It shouldn't take 192.168.10.1. Let me see why it's doing this funny thing. Command prompt, IP config. I'm just doing troubleshooting. Release IP address. Okay. Okay, now I will do dynamic. All right, we do an IP config. Okay, very good. So now we have our network running. Let me just delete this. Let me delete the PC and configure it again, okay? Delete PC. I will install the PC one more time because it is better to configure the router before the PC, okay? Because otherwise the PC will take the first IP address. Okay, so for this PC, it is PCA. This is the cable here.
The table PCA within DHCP, not without audio.
Yeah, DHCP on the PCs. On the fast Ethernet, which interface here is /4? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now here, for this PC, we will use for the IP address, it's DHCP, correct? Yeah. Done. You see now the IP address, which one? Okay. It's getting the IP address from this router. All right. Let's check our router. Is it turned on, the interface? Ethernet, it is on already. The IP address of this one should be turned on. Okay. That's it. Close. Now you see everything is green and working. All right. So this is the end for this lab. Just make sure we have done all the steps. This is your router interface, default gateway. Okay, this is your DHCP server settings, dynamic IP information, router configuration already done. All right. Make sure the status are on. Ping PCA from PCE. Okay. So to verify, let me change this to PCA. Configure PCA. PCI address is 10.2.2.2. So let me ping from here, desktop, command prompt, ping 10.2.2.2. Okay. It will take time to ping, to initiate the network. Let us take a break and then we will do the ping again. All right. This is the end for this lab. Okay. Let me ping from here. Command prompt, ping 10.2.2.2. Okay. All right. Close this. So this is the end for this lab. Close. Holding.